Concrete Magazine, y'all make sure y'all go check out Concrete Magazine. And the reason why that's personal to me, they helped me build my brand. They helped me do what I'm doing today. So that's more than enough for me to say, y'all support them, man. Great people, great staff from top to bottom, period. Victor's promise. True story.
This is Concrete TV. Concrete TV.
ChanDon Papi23.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky.
All right. What's your connection with Nashville?
I used to live in Tennessee, and I was always in Nashville. I love Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee, 615 Cashville.
So where did you get your name from?
Actually, ChanDon Moet. I actually like that champagne, first off. And my pops, my name is actually, Sean, so, ChanDon. My pops always called me ChanDon.
Gotcha. So let's take it back to the start of it all, man. When did you start recording music or making music? When did you find out you had a passion to create?
I always had a passion for music. Rest in peace, my father. He put me on to music from EPMD, Public Enemy, KRS-One. That's where it all originated from. Then I was still heavy on Tupac. So Tupac, Nipsey, Hussle, to me, those are my two favorite artists. So really, that inspiration from Tupac actually inspired me to start making music.
Okay, so do you remember the first time you wrote your first verse?
I started off freestyling, and then when I actually started writing, I didn't really, it just kind of, it came.
Yeah.
It kind of came to me.
How would you describe your sound for someone that's never heard you before?
My style's a little bit of mix of a lot of things. Intelligent street music is my brand and life and what I represent. Survive the streets, college educated, college graduate. So I'm not street, I'm not intelligent, I'm both. So that's really what I'll describe my music as.
So and that's the thing, like listening to your music, I got a sense of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear a little bit of the best of both worlds, kind of, a little bit of knowledge, but still a lot of that street game in there as well. Right. Do you feel like you got a lot of that coming up in Louisville, or?
Most definitely. I'm from the west end of Louisville, Kentucky, where violence and everything you can imagine, is there when we want to talk about the streets. But what really makes Louisville like that is the jobs. There's not a lot of jobs there, so people had to adapt to the environment, and that's the atmosphere. We don't have the jobs.
Yeah. So you gotta survive how you can, right?
Correct. And the thing about that is, like yesterday, like we talked about earlier, I went to a Wayside homeless shelter and donated, some food to the homeless, and went out to go talk to them and see how they was doing it. Came to Nashville, same thing, donating to a shelter. So that's for a great cause. So y'all make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all donate. Yeah, man. Everybody needs food. Everybody needs water. You need water before you need food. But guess what? You need both.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start giving back to people that are?
I was homeless before.
Really?
Yeah. I was homeless maybe 2 years ago. And I'm doing absolutely outstanding now. You see what I'm saying?
So
but
2 years, right?
In 2 years, I went from homeless and kind of got to make it with either with a long resume of things I've done and accomplished, and still was homeless. But that's cool though. You know what I'm saying? I've always been resilient. So that's what my brain is about. It's about being resilient and staying the course.
So you feel like being resilient is what is like the key factor of you bouncing back? Because there's a lot of people out here that maybe doing good, man, and then slip up. One thing falls apart. And
what I want people to understand, like what he just said, is you got millionaires that are now homeless. You got veterans that are now, homeless. I'm a veteran, so it's not much that I haven't experienced in life.
Okay. You said you're a veteran. What did you serve?
The Army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. So did you travel a lot with the Army?
Traveled everywhere, been across the world, went back.
Word. Oh, what are some of the spots you did?
Hawaii, Germany, Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky. Florida. I've been everywhere.
Yeah. Now, being in the service, because I know I know some military or soldiers that try to do music as well,
right.
And it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Because
Not
you're
at all.
traveling a lot. They got you doing a million different things
Right.
early in the morning. So I mean, how do you feel? How did you maintain that with having that such a strict regimen? Do you feel like being in the military helped you with your music career, getting where you're at now?
Being in the Army and going through that, it definitely helped me because it showed me that anything that you want to accomplish in this world, you can accomplish. You know, I joined the military, for example, because of September 9/11. I'm like, oh, okay, we doing that. So I stood up for a reason, and that's the reason why I stood up and did what I did. You know,
And you got deployed and
yes,
everything?
blessed.
Wow, man. Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
For that. So let's talk about Victory Life Music Group.
Okay.
Explain what is the Victory Life Music Group to you?
First off, it's everything to me, and you know, me and you got to, you know, help build that. You helped me articulate that. Thank you. You know, thanks to your whole staff. Outstanding job with that. But Victory Life, man, it's always been in me. You know, I'm from Victory Park, Louisville, Kentucky. You know, that's a part kind of where I grew up at. And in that area, you know, it's a lot of streets that's going on. So, you know, I was, you know, around a lot of things and in a lot of things very early. So I got to understand how fast actually life works. So that's what birthed Victory Life Music.
Okay, and that's the label?
That's the record label.
So are you the head of it right now? Like,
Correct.
are you the only artist pushing, or is there other artists?
I got other artists that I'm working on, but you know, we ain't gonna let that out the bag yet. But salute out to Matic Lee. Matic Lee produced some of my tracks on there. The Good Die Young, Never. Love Matic Lee. Matic's great dude, man. Good dude. Appreciate you, Matic. Man, just a long road coming, you know.
Well, speaking of Matic Lee and production-wise, tell us about Tattoos and War Wounds, man.
Okay.
Like, I know that's the single,
Correct.
which is also the title of the album.
Right.
So
Mixtape.
Oh, the mixtape.
Album's
sorry.
coming.
Okay, mixtape.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about the single first, and then we'll talk more about the project.
Okay. Tattoos and War Wounds is about overcoming adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been shot before. I've been locked up before. I've been in war overseas before. I've survived the streets. So I got a well-rounded picture of what life actually is. So, you know, Tattoos and War Wounds is an accumulation of all those emotions, all those ups and downs, and overcoming adversity. Victory is promised. True story.
Now, there was a line that stuck out to me that said, at 6 years old, he told me he was going to be gone early or something.
Yeah.
Like, explain that a little bit.
See, let me tell you how about manifesting works, right? I was just talking to my dude, Mr. Tony at Street Credit TV, about how those, I never expressed those emotions until I made that song. So when I was 6, he told me he would die young, but he told me, you gonna lead, son. You gonna be the one to change everything. Never stop. Go for dreams. So that was my father who told me that. He told me that when I was 6 years old, my father told me he would die young. And that resonated with me as a kid, and it's something that I'll never forget. It changed my life. So that was,
How old were you when that?
Man, I was like 25.
Okay. So it wasn't, he didn't pass
Right.
like immediately after
Right.
that, okay.
Right.
So, but as a child, man, hearing something like that from your father,
Yeah.
like that had to affect
It's
you,
devastating.
right?
It's tragic, but at the same time, you know, how I was bred and how he was already bringing me, I was prepared for what came with it. You know, you live in a certain lifestyle. He lived that lifestyle, he was that. And so I woke up to the streets every day.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's dig into the project a little bit. We talked about the title record.
Right.
What's some other producers that are on this project?
Ben is a dope producer.
Just
Ben,
BEN?
B-E-N, Ben, if you look up Sparta Studios, Ohio, you know, that's Ben. great producer. Work with a lot of people that you know names. I'm not gonna drop that, but you know I'll let him be the one to do that. But Spider Studios, Ohio, been dope producer, great guy. That's who did Tattoos and War Wounds for me, and he's done most of this mixtape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's the only producer on there, or
him and Matic Lee.
Oh, okay. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. How did you link up with Matic?
Man, I linked up with Matic through Ice Cold J. Salute out to Ice Cold J.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, so Tattoos and War Wounds title. What made you come up with that?
I've been to war. I love tattoos. Survived war. And I got the wounds and the scars improved each and every step of the way.
Right. So how many tattoos do you have?
I got 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not one of the things where
Nah,
you
chest.
out on it yet.
Nah, chest, both of my arms, and I got a half a sleeve. But I'm gonna have eventually all that's gonna be taken.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah, it's coming.
People say once you get one, it's like addictive.
They are addicted. Yeah. But I love them though, because pain is a part of life. So it reminds you that you're living. It reminds you that you're around. But the crazy thing that you said, and no one ever asked me this, and I was talking to my dude, Mr. Tony, at Street Cred TV, was I said, whoever says that line, I said it to him yesterday. I said, you know, when someone comes to me and asks me about that line, I know that my music is making an impact. So then today, you know, we come up and you asked me about that line, and I was just with him yesterday at the homeless shelter donating to the community.
That's great.
In Louisville, Kentucky, USA. I love y'all too.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Manifest.
Yeah, that line stuck out to me. I mean, of course, the whole song is dope, but that line, it grabbed.
It resonated.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it made me wonder, and that makes me. I want to go back a little bit to that.
Yeah.
You were saying you had never really expressed those emotions through music until this. That you feel like that was like you being vulnerable and
most definitely.
Is there a lot of that on this project?
Most definitely.
Okay.
I got a song on there for single mothers. I got a song on there for the streets. I got a song on there for the clubs. I got a little something on there for everybody, but most definitely it's intelligent street music. Period.
Okay. So what are your top 3 records on this project and why?
Kobe and LeBron. No, we're gonna start number 1, Tattoos and War Wounds, because it's a very personal record. And I always told my father that I would never quit with music, because he always told me before he left, he said that he was like, just don't stop. You know, you see everything through, so this should be no different. And Kobe and LeBron, because I love Kobe and I love LeBron, but on top of anything and everything, LeBron is my favorite player of all time because he's donating to kids' college, he's giving back to his community, he's taking care of his children are successful, so I believe that's a great person to want to aspire to be kind of sort of like, you know. And the last one, I would say never, and I would say never because I'm talking about our healthcare. For example, healthcare in Canada is free, but in the United States it's very expensive. You know, tell me, is it really free? Born into poverty, survival of the fittest, often breeds the illest, minds of the sickest. Prison crime addiction, this is far from fiction. Choices and decisions, the streets for division of retirement pension. Cage or a cemetery, prison keep the wealthy rich. Keep working all day and only making 20 cents. So, you know, I'd rather, you know, support people like LeBron James that's trying to educate people and bring them out of those environments.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
That's deep. And speaking of that, of the healthcare, man, like I just seen something today where there's actually Americans trying to get healthcare overseas because they can't afford it.
Because they can't afford it.
I mean, that's just wild, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. So, and I think we're close to getting wrapped up, man. But if you could go back in time and give a younger you some advice, what would it be?
My father gave me, I wouldn't even say the advice I would give me. I would say that I would listen to everything about life lessons my father was trying to teach me. Because growing up, my mother always had a legit job. There was 5 of us in one household, brothers. I'm the oldest. My dad had a 9th grade education and was 100% streets, but my mom has a master's degree. So my mom set the structure, and dad taught me the life lessons and tough and be resilient. So I would say the lessons that my mother and father gave me is what really I would just make sure I tell my younger self to follow the path.
So that's crazy because it's like almost like how you grew up is how your music is.
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
master degree,
Yeah,
and a master's in the streets, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got a bachelor's degree in management, organizational development. You know, mini MBA, social media marketing. You know what I'm saying?
So talk about that real quick, man. For the people because there's a lot of kids out here who are jumping in the rap game, and who are chasing that dream, which is nothing wrong with it. But tell them how important it is to have all that other stuff in the background.
That to me, like for example, my son, I wouldn't allow him to play AU basketball until he brought me straight A's. Period. So you know, you say for example, you're a kid from the neighborhood, you playing college ball, and you got an athletic scholarship. Play ball, right? You blow your knee out. You blow out your Achilles tendon. Those are devastating injuries that some people never recover from, and some kids cannot go back to school because they don't have an academic scholarship. They have, a basketball or track or, whatever athletic, scholarship you have, which is cool too. But it's also a risk that you take because if you get hurt, you might not be able to continue to go back to school.
That's real, man. It's real. So, is there anything that we haven't covered that we need to touch on real quick?
Victory Life Music Group.
The mixtape hosted by DJ VIP.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's very important.
Nipsey Hussle DJ, man. How did that come about?
Salute to DJ VIP. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Like Nipsey Hussle really inspired me because he actually helped me through college. Crenshaw, mixtape he dropped was like that got me through college. So I owe Nipsey Hussle a lot to speak his name. Y'all make sure y'all support his brand. TMC, the marathon continues, the marathon clothing. But DJ VIP, you know what I'm saying? I had the blessings to link with him, and we ain't gonna get into all that. I can't let everything back. But he's a great dude. He's doing great things, and he represents something that's bigger than himself. And I think that's amazing. So I decided to team up with him to release this project.